So here it is, folks. I finally got this update together for you guys. Now, this is my first time playing Halo Infinite. And it looks really good, you know. I can't complain too much about the draw distance and the details and things like that. It looks good. It looks like a game that's worth
Hey, this is Andy on the Lips
worth the
106
time,
Wheels
worth
of
playing.
Steel. I wonder if these CDs are steel.
My one issue I think that I have
Today,
with this is
it's all
it's a little
about the
too
music.
similar to previous
Next up, we have
Halos.
Boys to Girls, and this track's
At
called
least
Pray
to
It
me.
Goes Okay.
The introduction and everything is very, very similar to what you would normally see in Halo 2, so on. But the dropship and the story around the dropship is well done. I like the effects. I like the special effects. I like what they decided to do, kind of extra on the side. With that, I mean, it was definitely more impressive than I had anticipated, I guess. So I like that Microsoft went the extra mile with that. I don't really like the fact that the lighting just doesn't do it. It doesn't feel like you're really on a ship with the lighting the way that it is. I'm sure there's different things they could have done with that that would have made it a little more significant, at least to me. It just feels a little bit dead for some reason. Anyway, this is JTC. I'm giving you some official commentary as promised for Christmas and the Christmas special. This is none other than GTA High Definition, Grand Theft Auto High Definition, coming right up. Grand Theft Auto High Definition is probably the highlight for me from Microsoft and from the game companies and so on this year, this holiday. They put an extreme amount of effort, it seems like, into the detail. Every single car, of every single motorcycle, of every single side highway in different areas that are famous in this game. Grand Theft Auto 3, which is definitely one of the better games of all time. Right up there with some of the greatest games of all time, I would say, including Doom. And it's amazing the amount of quality that they got, really, with the radio stations. Feels real. I was not expecting that, from Grand Theft Auto. I had always felt it would be a little more cheesy and not to the point where it feels real. And that was good. It's good to see that change of pace. To see something from video games, because there hasn't been that much of that, at least in a while, where you get game content that really feels very, very real, like very well aged.
I never get tired of boy
Aged well,
bands.
like a fine wine.
If you like checking out
And,
classic musicals,
man, missions
head down to Bedford
Oh,
Point, where
missions.
you can see Fanny,
in
Saturday Night
GTA High
Fever.
Definition are just,
I saw Saturday Night Fever.
Incredible.
And did you know those little fellas?
I
they
got
never
to
take a
admit, I
break.
don't play
They
games
just disco dance and damn bill.
that much.
It's crazy.
Nowadays or anymore. I just don't have the time. But one of the things that I had hoped, and my very good friend had hoped as well, that they would bring back so that we could enjoy games more again, or at least more than we do right now, so that when we play on the holidays and things, that we really enjoy the ride, is the ability to stream and share your video game content. My friend always got the most just really irate about this, because he used to be able to do it on his Xbox and similar with Diablo, and also with GTA, and most definitely with Halo. And I think even Halo Wars allowed it at one point, where you could just simply, if you were playing a certain video game, you could stream the content directly to your podcast, into your YouTube channel, in other words, onto your media channel. So then when you're talking with your friends or you're speaking with someone else, you could then speak about that and make it a topic of discussion and really get into the finer details and finer lines of the game. And I was disappointed that Microsoft really dropped the ball here. And over time, gaming companies have removed this feature. So one of the biggest reasons that we don't really play games today, at least as much as you might expect and so on, is that you can't stream the actual games and game content directly to your media platform anymore. You can't stream it anymore directly to YouTube, for example, or Vimeo and similar things, because for some reason someone at Microsoft and at the gaming companies got this genius idea that content creators, business owners and whatnot, would not desire to have this feature, which is crazy. It's crazy to this day. And I speak for the overall gaming community and just the community as a whole when I say, I hope somebody at Microsoft, I hope executives up there, business owners, even people who made the GTA series, I hope they get this message. We have the capability of bringing a lot more attention to your products and services, just like music. When someone brings attention to someone's new music album, we have the subscribers, we have the level of influence to really bring attention to your services and products, and especially to your games and whatnot. And you need to come to meet us where we need you to be, which is, I would say I speak for a lot of people when I say we want to be able to stream our video game content, even if we don't do it very often and so on. We'd love to be able to stream that again. Look at all the things that happen with the Call of Duty groups and social media and whatnot. And by the way, speaking of that, Halo Infinite really does look good. Halo Wars is looking very good as well. But the most impressive thing that I've seen gaming content wise, from what I've really been able to explore and get deeper into for you guys, is definitely the high definition version of GTA. They finally got that going really full steam, and there isn't a better game on the circuit, really, for being able to learn some of the inside tricks of life. It's one of the few games that teach you how to develop real confidence and how to understand life in general, how to get the street smarts that you're going to need to get through any part of this life. Because despite what they say, every single person out there is going to break a few eggs, and I really loved how they did Halo Infinite, and also the Halo Wars 2 trailer. That was excellent. I didn't expect to see that. And it's always nice when Microsoft and when gaming companies go the extra mile for people who really enjoy this content. And Kingdom Hearts, I don't ever play Kingdom Hearts, to be honest, but I did for you guys. Found a way to play it, and I streamed some great content from Kingdom Hearts so you could see that and enjoy, really what this has to offer. And then, of course, getting back to GTA high definition, I was surprised that they added a puzzle game. You know, I've never ever expected someone to go out of their way to add that kind of thing. You know, of puzzle elements and things like that into a GTA video game. But it kind of actually came across good and worked. And as for No Man's Sky, which I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and so on, but No Man's Sky I feel is still leaves a lot to be desired. I couldn't understand too much about it, and there's still a lot of elements to No Man's Sky that I think need a lot of work. Until next time, folks, take care. JTC signing out. So I really enjoyed creating this content for you guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this brief diversion as much as I have. Some have asked before, made comments as far as, what would I like to see? Most of all, I'd like to see a new model used with games and music. I don't think the current model works. I think we need to get back to the place where my friends have been talking about, where you could share and stream content to different platforms, maybe to your own radio show, things like that. I'd love to see a GTA game set in New Zealand, for that matter. I've been saying it for many years. Unique content is key. That's the key I see to reviving that market. Not more Battlefield 1942, but unique games. Because games, just like music and so on, are art. So they should be unique. They should be very unique. Maybe even a game is something unique in the RPG genre from the Lost Odyssey creator, similar things like that. Most RPGs I don't really get into. And I just feel like unique content is the one thing gaming and most of all music and entertainment as well is really missing right now. So I'd love to see that. And certainly love to see Steve Irwin parodied in a game at some point. Thanks again. Till next time.